Hey guys, welcome to the Hang podcast with Quadra Sound. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Nick. Guys, we have 3 singles out right now, available on all streaming platforms, wherever you get music. There might be a new one coming soon, so stay tuned. Aaron, tell them about some shows.
We got Port Alberni coming up May 9th. That is at the KCC for the Battle of the Bands after party. So there's a Battle of the Bands during the day. That starts at 3 p.m. And at 8 p.m., the after party starts. Tickets are only available at the door for that one, but you can get info for the show at quadrasoundmusic.com/tour.
Vancouver, we are coming June 3rd. It's a battle of the bands that we're in. It's us against 3 other bands. It's a fan vote, so we need everyone to come out. That's Wednesday, June 3rd. Tickets are available at quadrasoundmusic.com/tour. That's at the Hollywood Theatre in Vancouver. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube, hit the notification bell so you know every time we make a post, and follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, at Quadra Sound.
And now, let's hang. Hey, we're back with the Hang with Quadra Sound.
What up, everybody? Welcome to this week's Hang. Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Nick.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. Looks like it's just the two of us.
Yep, back to the old 2.
The terrible 2.
Yeah. And how are we feeling today?
Fine, yeah, fine.
Hesitation.
No hesitation.
Okay.
I just want to bring something up right off the bat. We got a mystery to solve.
Oh, I love a mystery.
Well, you're not going to like this one.
Oh, God.
You already know about it.
It's
the mystery of the missing Scrims.
Oh, the mystery of the missing Scrims. Yep. This is a bad one.
Yeah.
All right. So for people who don't know, a Scrim is the banner like this.
Right behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Whoa, fuck. Okay, never mind. We found it. So these are Scrims banners. We have several because, we don't got to get into that. But our 2 main ones that we bring to shows, Aaron made these lovely stands made out of
PVC pipe.
PVC pipe. Yeah. Painted them black and bring those to shows. Now, it's been brought to our attention. We can't find them. We were going to bring them to our most recent show at the Waverly.
I don't think we were going to.
Well, but that's when we noticed.
Yeah, that's when we
noticed.
Because
you go to grab all the gear, the gear pile there, and goes, wait a sec. Aaron says, where are the Scrims? And I goes, well, they're with you. They're at your place. Yeah. And he goes, no.
I thought they were with you.
Yeah. So we both, for the last year, thought they were at each other's places. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Aaron has photo evidence, which is wild. His instincts knew to cover his ass, of them leaning against this garage door of June 16th, 2025.
Yeah, the day after our doubleheader weekend.
Yeah.
That we talked about last time. Superior Farms in Nanaimo. And then Red Arrow Brewing and Dunking.
Yep.
Dunking.
Yep. Dunking. I can't really talk today either.
Dunkin. Red Arrow Brewing and Dunkin.
There we go.
And then we came back. We used the Scrims at both shows.
Yep.
Dismantled them at Superior Farms. Packed them up. I stayed the night in Dunkin.
Yep.
Then we took them to Red Arrow Brewing in Dunkin. Unpacked them, set them up. I remember the wind was blowing them. We had to duct tape them.
Dad taped the shit out of them. I remember that. There were sails out there.
Yeah.
Up against that backdrop, and they had the cotton flying everywhere.
Yeah, cotton flying. And that was June 15th. And then we come home there that night.
Yep.
I remember we drove home.
Yep. And
then I probably kept them in my car overnight. And then the next day I came back, dropped them off.
Right.
There's a garage door right over there. Right. I'm pointing to a garage door for the listeners. And there they sat. The poles were bungeed together.
Yep.
And as far as I knew, the Scrims were folded and put in a blue bin. And I took a picture. I went, okay, here they are.
It's just wild.
Well,
he's got me dead to rights with the evidence here.
Stuff goes missing around you. I have evidence predating.
What else?
I don't know. Just stuff goes missing.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, do you have evidence? Do you have other examples? At least 2.
No, because I can't think on the spot.
Okay. But when you do, you let me know.
Okay. It's just, there's a lot of stuff getting shuffled around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah.
So I think we're putting the call out.
Yeah.
Anyone if anyone's seen them,
Yeah.
I don't know who'd want to steal them
Yeah. A big banner
with our name.
with, yeah.
Some crazy fan.
The thing is there's something missing. I don't lose band gear. That's not something I do. I mean, I have the same shit I've been using since I was 17. It all stays together. It lives together. Something happened. It doesn't leave the rest of my storage pile. So I think we brought him to a gig and we don't remember.
There was no gigs after we looked at the evidence. We
don't
bring them
know
to
if
Cam
we can't
Whitcomb.
confirm if it was in Nanaimo or not. We can't confirm that. We didn't bring him to Cam Whitcomb because they didn't allow us to have fucking scrims. That was in the contract. And then we played at the Queens with Wise and could have brought them or could have not. We don't know.
We don't have any evidence.
We don't have any evidence. And I searched the footage.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. But
and I specifically remember them at those 2 gigs. That's the thing.
What's
I
that?
remember because it's a thing to set them up.
Of course.
You have to put the poles together and
but
attach all the fittings.
That's a mute point because we have evidence the day after.
I know. So, but what I'm saying is my memory remembers setting them up at whether we set them up at a gig or not.
Right.
And I do not remember setting them up at the Queens in Nanaimo.
No, we never set them up, but did we bring them and realize we can't, there's not enough room? That's
if we
what
brought
I'm
them,
saying.
where would they have
Just
been put?
with the rest of our
But
gear.
there's that huge staircase that goes down. I never brought a stack
we
of
never brought
poles.
anything down there. All gears. Remember that chaotic corner of shit right beside the stage? That's where our stuff is.
Yeah, but no. We
Do you
never
remember how
brought
insane it was grabbing all the shit afterwards
I know,
while
but there
Wise
was-
is playing?
But you would remember a big stack of poles.
I don't know.
You would.
It was. I mean, I think I would. But again, I was occupado. I don't even remember packing the gear. Like we all packed gear separately.
Well, I would have brought them, and
My
I don't.
dad packed gear. I remember he was by himself packing gear at one point, and then he's like, "Hey, I'm out of here," and I was like, "See you, Pa." So, but he claims he doesn't have them. So, somebody fucking stole them, dude.
Yeah, but
And they're setting them
you
up.
gotta think
They have them in their house right now.
there was a lot of stuff going on in this garage. There was a new freezer got brought in with a cow in it,
Mm-hmm.
and there's been an exchange of fridges.
Yeah,
There's been barbecues.
for sure.
It's just stuff's getting shuffled around. Someone moved them somewhere.
No.
Well, where could they be?
No one moves them. That's the thing. It's my stuff. It stays there, and if they were moved, they're somewhere on the property. But we've searched.
The thing that weirds me out is that every component is missing.
Yeah,
The
all
blue bin with the fittings, like
Yeah.
the connector pieces.
That's the blue bin though. So it
I know.
it obviously got put into something else.
and the two folded scrims, and then the poles bungeed together.
Mm.
Both of those components are missing.
Right.
That's what
I mean, there's
makes me
folded
think-
scrims in that merch box underneath the stairs, but I think those are the
duds.
the duds. Yeah, the ones without the grommets. It's a mystery, and we got to find them before our next scrim
I
event.
know. It just doesn't make it.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense
Yeah.
how something that big could just go missing.
Exactly. There's something.
When there's evidence predating that they were.
That's why there's something
stacked.
missing. There's something we're not accounting for, or it would make sense.
But there was no gigs past the Nanaimo show.
Yeah.
I looked.
I believe that. Something happened. The mystery is it's a mystery, much like Are We Alone in the Universe? It's one of those.
Well, if any fans remember the Nanaimo show, remember if we had a scrim there, reach out to us.
We didn't have them set up.
Okay. Well, so I'm just putting the call out.
Yeah.
Someone's got to help us because we're
Fucked.
stumped.
We can't buy new scrims.
No.
Jesus, we can't afford
I mean,
that.
we can't. We shouldn't have to because they're somewhere.
They
That's
exist.
the shitty thing
They
about losing
exist.
stuff is like, it's somewhere. I just don't know where it is.
And no one.
But I've never lost anything this big.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to lose something this big.
It's bigger than us.
Yeah.
So
I know. I want to keep digging. They're not lost. I could feel it. They
There's
will.
some,
They will return.
you know, when you like you lose something and,
You go insane.
but then there's always something you didn't. There's some little component that you missed that
Yeah,
you forgot about.
I know.
That's where I put it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that moment.
Yeah, I know. Me too,
And
man.
usually it comes when you're not searching for it
Yeah.
or not even thinking about it.
I agree.
But usually it comes when you're like cleaning.
Yeah.
So we got to start cleaning.
Start cleaning.
Spring clean.
Spring clean.
And they'll turn up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, to be continued. I know. Why does it hurt? Why does it hurt?
Well, because
Why is there emotions in it? It's a fucking scrim.
they've been through a lot. We've been through a lot with them.
Yeah, they really helped elevate us.
Yeah.
Is the
Remember
thing.
in the Commodore?
Yeah.
Elk?
Elk, the sound guy, Elk. He fucking was zoning out on. We came in. He was just tripping, staring at the banners. He's like, "Wow, man, you could trip out on these for hours." And
Yeah.
I don't think it's too complex, but it made me go, yeah, maybe there's more to it than I even thought, which there is.
It's a good logo.
The more I look, yeah,
It's a
and
snake in it.
that's all. That's Dan Botch, dude. Shout out to Dan Botch for fucking coming up with that.
Yeah. And we didn't even pay him for it.
No, he'll get it. He's getting it all back.
All right.
Everybody's getting it all back in the end. They're on tour right now. U.S. tour.
The Renaissance?
No, their new band, Gang.
Oh, Gang.
The green masks and
Right.
the fucking all the hate.
Wow.
They're leaning into the hate.
The hate?
Yeah, they get booed off stage every show.
What?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's part of just their
their gimmick?
shtick. Yeah, their gimmick is like they suck. But the music sounds good. It's like Paul Meany produces, the guy who did the last few Bluestones records.
Really?
Yeah, so it sounds good. It's like Beastie Boys kind of rage stuff. But then, yeah, all the clips are like controversial and designed to annoy you. So it's like, it's working. It's working.
They're really doing it.
Yeah, it's working.
They're getting some good producer credits too.
Yeah, lots of their country stuff seems to be
Country.
doing well.
They're
got-
leaning into country.
Yeah. Well, that's where the money's at.
Do you want to explain who these people are?
Dan and Garrett are two producers out of Vancouver called The Renaissance, and we worked with them in like 2021 or something. We did a couple songs with them, and I even did a solo song with them, and never put it out, but they were great to work with and
Great guys.
just solid dudes.
Yeah. And really good at what they do.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have a good, great fucking, just a great eye for that stuff. And Dan's smart with that stuff. Like he's really keeps his ear to what's going on, what's current.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's manifested into this new project, and that's why it's working, because it's almost like designed off of what's going to get clips and clicks.
Yeah.
And so,
He's kind of a marketing whiz.
yeah, he is.
Like Nathan Fielder.
Yeah,
type.
he's totally, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did some like wild stuff to get his old band Faceplants. Like he got a billboard in Times Square. He like Nathan Fielder some sort of scheme to get, not a scheme, but he worked somehow to get that.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy. So he's something to him.
Well, good for them. I'm glad they're still doing it.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's great. I mean, that's the thing, is just keep going and rebrand and just till something works, man.
Yeah.
Keep adjusting and now look at them. They're getting booed off in Texas last night. Booed off in LA.
Have you talked to them?
No, not recently, but like just through like following that project and liking stuff, comments.
I wonder how they got the shows down there.
Oh, they're opening for a big band. Like
Right.
a bigger band's doing a world tour, and they're like the first of 3, I think.
So they would have had to get work visas though.
Yeah, it's legit. I think they're full on. I don't know the connection though. I don't know the band. It's not my world. It's kind of that alty sort of weird world that scares us.
Alti?
Yeah. I'd have to look into the headlining band more. I just know it's not it's not on my radar. I don't know what that world or that genre, but it seems to sell tickets, whatever it is.
All right. Well, what else you got?
Well, actually, let me look at this message. Hang on a sec.
Message. Hang on.
No, remember to claim your money. Should I click this link?
Probably not.
No, I'm in the process of, I want to buy a guitar today. Well, not today, but it would be nice today. But it's in Nanaimo, so I was hoping John could pick it up for me. But got that, where you're like, you're convinced yourself. You're like, I'm going to do it. I need it. I'm going to do it. So today I've finally awoke with a clear answer. Buy the guitar.
What's
But it's on Marketplace, so I'm sure you know how that goes.
what kind of guitar?
A Gibson acoustic.
Gibson acoustic.
Yeah.
What
Style?
Yeah, what model?
This is called the Songwriter series. So it's not an SJ200 like Brian's. I wish. But those are like $6,000.
Yeah.
And then the J24s, I think they're called. Those are the other most common ones. Those, I don't know. I played a lot of those in Nashville, and I just don't like them. They didn't have that.
Is it a smaller body?
Yeah, the smaller body. But
you call it a
it's
dreadnought style?
Dreadnought, but it's very... apparently they're great because they cut through in recordings. But as far as just playing, it's very mid... The sounds... Sorry, it's not a mid guitar. The sounds are mid frequencies. So it just didn't grab me. Like the SJ200 is full bodied. There's like... So... now, apparently this one is Gibson released these in like 2003. And for some reason, they're not... Because none of the old school rock stars are seen using them, they don't have that. People want the Hummingbird or the SJ200. So these are much more affordable. They're, still $4,000 or something. But they what they specialize in, they have a different type of wood. So most of the old Gibsons are mahogany bodies. And these ones use the old ones are maple, a mix, and I think these ones are mahogany. I might have it backwards. Either way, I don't know the difference. I'm not a huge guitar nerd. What I know it does, though, is it's more of a scooped mid-frequency sound. That's why they called it the Songwriter series, because it complements a voice. A voice sits right in that sort of mid-range, and then this guitar's got a lot of bass and a lot of high-end, but not too much mids.
That's cool.
Yeah, so for some reason they just haven't caught on yet. Just not iconic, I guess. No famous rock stars, have a signature series. So that's
Right.
Gibson's kind of like a nostalgic sort of class type brand. You know what I mean? You're like, you see, if Dylan played one, maybe it would be different or something.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's great for me because it keeps it affordable. This guy on Marketplace is trying to get rid of it. So, and he's dropped the price a few times. So now I'm like, I think it's time.
Do you know what year it's from?
I don't. He didn't specifically say, but it's somewhere between 2003 and now. So we'll see. I messaged him a few hours ago. If he responds, he'll make money today. How would you like to make money today, sir?
Right.
But I was hoping he would message and I can get John to pick it up on his way from Duncan up here.
Right. And you trust John with that?
I'm going to have to. A drummer? Yeah, I do actually, because we have evidence of a drummer. When drummers hold guitars, they treat it like a baby because they don't know.
Because they don't know how to play it.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on. Like I remember one time watching John I'm like, can you put this down? And he's like, it's like trying to set it down so gentle. I'm like, dude, just put it down. It's fine. Thanks for caring, but it's, they're used to hitting their instrument, so they think a guitar's got to be sacred.
Yeah.
So I trust him. He'd be gentle with it.
All right. Well, that'd be cool.
I know, man. I'm like, fuck. Because what happened is I have all these acoustics. The one I use mainly is the best of all the ones I have. But I just feel like a fucking a sixth grader, and I've outgrown my shoes.
Yeah, you don't really have a good acoustic.
Yeah, it's just I can't. Right. I've outgrown all these things.
Yeah.
And what I have invested in is obviously the second we worked with Brian and I used his stuff, I was like, oh, this is the next level. I'm like, I need to get a Marshall stack. And I did. And then it was so obvious I need to get a Les Paul. And so I've focused on those because those will help our live show. Definitely leveled up the band that way. Much like the banners. All these things they just keep leveling you up to more of like a professional level. And but now it's time for the acoustic.
Yeah.
Because that's the behind the scenes. This is what's going to inspire songs. This is what's you can use in recordings. And then even live, it's got an electric thing. So
it's got a pickup?
Yeah, so
Nice.
at some point in our set, we do the thing where I play acoustic for a section of a song, then the guys come, like we could do that now.
That's good.
Yeah, and it's pro, it's going to sound.
Yeah.
So I'm just ready. I'm like, it's time to level up.
Totally,
So-
man. Yeah, I never really thought about that, but yeah, I've always been kind of pissed off at your acoustic guitars.
Yeah.
Sorry, but they suck.
Oh, for sure. Me too, man. They're good for a moment when I
mean-
first restring them, but then that's, how long does that last?
I mean, one of them has a Bugs Bunny sticker on it.
It did.
It did?
It was Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd getting high.
Right. That's gone?
Yeah.
You took that off?
Oh, yeah, back in
Oh.
like 2020.
What?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah,
The black one?
but I regret it. That was fucking badass.
Yeah, man. New gear is fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's inspiring.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
But it really does separate amateurs from pros. It's just, there's no denying it. The tone.
Yeah.
I remember the second I played Brian's rig, I was like, fuck, I can't go back. And I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to have to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's just, and then I remember actually our first jam session with the Marshall, it changed the band.
Yeah.
You said you were the first one to bring it to my attention. You're like, something happened. And you're like, I think it might be the Marshall. And it's just like, yeah, that's right. Everything adds to the greater lifting of the project. So.
Yeah. But you got to know how to use it. Because there's also the people who have, the expensive
very,
gear.
very true. Yeah.
They don't know they can't even play
Yeah.
3 chords together.
Yeah, there's tons.
Yeah.
That's a good point. So
Yeah.
but the proper weapon in a well-trained soldier's hand is going to be ideal.
Now, what do you think? What do you think about this? I was talking about this with someone. You know how a bad guitar, like a cheap guitar, is really hard to play? Do you think that it's better to learn on a cheap guitar so that when you go to play the nice guitar, it's so much easier? Or can a cheap guitar be so bad that it might discourage someone from ever learning to play?
Right. Good point. My instincts are leaning towards the first one you laid out there. I think it's only natural to learn on a cheap guitar.
Mm-hmm.
But I know what you're saying. Like, it would be hard to, the action's really high. It's hard to press. But I think if those things deter you in the early days, then you really shouldn't be playing guitar. Like, it's
right. You got to really, it makes
it's
you
not for
really
you.
want it.
Yeah. Like, you would know. We didn't even think of that. We just pressed through it. Like, even though it hurt. So I would say that. I mean, there's no way. It shouldn't be easy.
Yeah.
At the start.
Yeah.
Like, it's not some.
But does it need to be hard for no reason?
Well, I don't want to say it's for no reason. I don't know.
There is that feeling when you upgrade your guitar.
Yeah.
And then it's just so much easier to play.
Yeah.
That is one of the best feelings.
Of course.
It's like, oh, this is like butter.
Yeah. I love that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like a video. It always feels like a video game where it's like
you were playing on extreme.
Yeah.
Or what's
Or
that?
more like a prestige thing, not necessarily the difficulties
Oh.
change, but it's more just like you've unlocked this level, and you're like, yeah, that's what it feels like. So I want that level of the acoustic today.
Yeah.
Plus the dopamine of buying, and that whole I'm in it.
Of course. Yeah.
But yeah, that's an interesting thing. Shouldn't be easy. I mean, but I guess, people don't have to have a career of making music. Like, if you just want to learn guitar for fun, then, is it better in that case to have something that's more player friendly? Perhaps. But you know me, I'm just so like, you're not cut out for it then. That's not like, the fact if anyone were to question it, then you're out. You're already out. Like, you don't.
It's not possible that there could be like the next Jimmy Page, but then his guitar is so cheap that he's just like,
ruined it for him. I mean, I can't say it's impossible, but I don't think that's possible.
Right.
the Jimmy Page is the Jimmy Page because he pressed through. I mean, imagine what he learned on.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Some thing in the 50s playing skiffle on a fucking...
Yeah, all those guys, they just had the cheapest like cigar box
for
guitars.
Sure. But even when you move to the elite guitars of that day, his Les Paul, if he's actually playing a 59 or 58, thick neck, the thick wood, no weight relief. I mean, those things are fucking like baseball bats.
They're heavy.
Yeah.
Hard to play?
I mean, they can be. Yeah. They can be very hard to play. But obviously people are accustomed to that neck now. But they've shaved the neck. They made C shapes and more thin. Like the 59 is thinner than the 58, and the 60s ones are really thin because they're brutal to play and they're heavy. That's the thing. People, Jimmy Page gets a lot of criticism of his playing live. Like he's known to be kind of a sloppy player.
Yeah.
But the reality is, if you were playing a 58 Les Paul, a real one, heavy as fuck, baseball bat, and you have it slung that low, like even if you're as skilled as Jimmy Page, like you're just gonna be fucking fumbling through a lot of those notes, and then as long as he lands on that major third, he saves it.
When did he switch to the Les Paul? Because he was using the Tele in the late 60s, right? Yeah,
so Telecaster, the entirety of Zeppelin 1, he's using his Telecaster,
That's
the same
insane.
one he used in the Yardbirds, and he's playing. Doesn't have a Marshall or anything. He's playing through a Supro fucking little tube amp that he's pushing hard, and it just has a great sound.
That's insane.
I love the sound of that.
Yeah,
it's my favorite Zeppelin album.
Zeppelin 1.
Yeah, Zeppelin 1. We're talking about the sound of it. I just love. It's. There's just a vibe, and they hardly know each other at that point. That's what's so interesting about that record is somehow they came together and made this what sounds like a formed band. Even though, again, on Robert Plant, I think being on Rick Rubin's pod or someone's pod, I can't remember, he was saying how he always felt kind of insecure, like he was just pasted on top of this great
trio.
Yeah, this great trio.
Yeah.
Which is so funny to hear because from my perspective in the world, evidently, it just sounds like the perfect thing. But, you never know what's going on in someone's mind. So I love the sound of that. You hear that sort of thinness of the Telecaster communication breakdown. It doesn't have that fat warmth of the Les Paul. Obviously, now what I've read is he switched playing live. He wanted more sustain. Like he wasn't able to get it from the Tele. It didn't have the fatness and the warmth. So that's when he switched to the Les Paul. And again, that's when he got Marshall stacks. They were louder and you can get more gain.
So was that all just after the first album?
Exactly. So what you hear essentially is the end of Zeppelin 1, that final note is just that classic Telecaster on the fucking the E7 sort of chord.
What's the last song of that album?
Isn't that?
Oh, How Many More Times?
Right? I think
Could
that's
be.
how it ends.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty sure. And then Zeppelin 2, he wrote all those the second he got the Les Paul. So the sound of Zeppelin 2 is he based it around the Les Paul's tone. And it opens with the most, almost like you would think that's the first thing you do when you plug a Les Paul into a fucking Marshall. You go, like it's only natural.
Yeah.
And then it kicks off the whole album.
That's funny because that's probably my favorite Zeppelin album.
Which is more of a common, I would say,
More of a basic view.
more of a base. No, that's more even to an educated ear. That's the better sounding. It's like it's one of the greatest sounding albums of all time.
Yeah.
Partly because of the guitar, but also the production. It was the loudest album of that time. I can't remember the guy's name. It's not Jim Marshall. It's something. That's the guy who does Marshall amps. It's something like those initials who mastered that record, and he pushed it as loud as an album can go. Put so much bass on it that the original test pressings, the needle flew off. And apparently, when the head of Atlantic was I think he gave it to his daughter or something to sample some of the new albums, and it flew off, and he was just like appalled. So he like told them, he's like, you got to bring the low end down. So there's like 100, maybe 1,000 copies of that first initial Zeppelin 2, and that guy's initials are carved on the inside of the vinyl.
Whoa.
So they're like the most expensive albums.
Wow.
Like if you see those, if you're ever in a record store, shouldn't be telling people this, and you see Zeppelin 2, look for it. I think it's JM, the initials,
Okay.
and those are fucking valuable. But again, great sounding record. The songs are much more evolved. Like it's more, but maybe I can't even say that. It just, when you think of 70s rock, you think of Zeppelin. That's the album. Like it has all that.
Yeah.
Zeppelin 1 is easily criticized for being so, actually not as original as you'd think. We
Right.
listened to that podcast.
Yeah.
What's the name?
Yeah.
Andrew Hickey.
Yeah. 500 greatest history of rock music in 500 songs.
That's right. Yeah. And he goes over song by song on Zeppelin 1 and basically shows you exactly what Jimmy Page stole.
Yeah.
Which is like, I mean, he lifted he didn't even lift it. He just like took it, man.
Yeah.
Like even the instrumentals,
Yeah.
the acoustic stuff, like it's literally straight up. They're taking, I mean, obviously he was playing it in the Yardbirds, but Dazed and Confused by Josh Holmes, like it's
Jake Holmes.
Jake Holmes, thank you. It's his song called Dazed and Confused, and still doesn't give it to him.
Yeah.
Still only
Inspired by Jake
it only
Holmes.
says inspired by. And it goes on and on. We discussed this before, that funny enough, the only songs on that album that aren't direct rip-offs of older blues stuff or folk stuff is Good Times, Bad Times,
Yeah.
and what other one?
Which is probably the best song.
I know,
on
which
that album.
you said was a great point. You're like, that's the most Zeppelin sounding song. It's like a rock single, and it's unique and has a it's a great rock subject to sing about, and that's the only one that isn't very derivative of something that already exists. So it shows, obviously, they're an original band, but man, it's almost disheartening when you listen to that podcast and you see how much he ripped off, and you're just like, fucking Jimmy, you little weasel, dude.
Well, because when we were like teenagers, I don't know, I looked at Led Zeppelin, and I think we talked about this, but I saw them as like, they were just legends. Like they were like gods.
Yeah.
Like they weren't even humans.
Yeah.
I never thought, I remember when we were talking about their manager, I was like, I never even thought of them having a manager. Like I just
Peter Grant.
didn't think about, I just saw them as this mystical entity.
Yeah.
And they almost like, they give that illusion.
For sure. And I think that's part of the marketing as well.
Right.
They were branded as like rock gods.
Yeah.
And angels and flying.
Yeah.
Imagery.
All the imagery. Yeah. Yeah.
Mythical, and it's really smart. If Peter Grant was the guy in charge of that, that's smart. But I'm pretty sure Jimmy saw all that beforehand. It's a product. He literally he saw this rock thing. You hear it in interviews. He saw this rock thing coming, and he's sick of being a session guy, and literally got the best musicians he knew of to make this product.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah.
And it really worked. And then it became its own thing. But again, when you're young, you're just like, oh, this is just who they are. But you realize they're just white wannabe black guys. Like they're just like any other teenager.
Yeah.
Except theirs was blues musicians from America. And they were like, oh, that'd be so cool. It's so funny. Everyone is an imitator until they become the thing.
Yeah.
John Lennon, like, when he stood where Buddy Holly stood at what's that fucking guy's name? I'm getting old. 64 Beatles America. Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan Theater.
Okay.
Sorry. Retrieval's going. But yeah, he was like, that made him like giddy, like a little kid.
Right. But that performance is viewed as the most iconic, like the Beatles on Ed Sullivan.
Yeah.
More so than Buddy Holly.
I mean, it dwarfs anything. Yeah. It's like it was like the most viewed thing ever.
Yeah.
But he was just a little kid, imitating Buddy Holly. He got the glasses at one point. Like, so everyone's an imitator until they become the thing, and then I don't know if it restarts, but it sets a new one. Now there's young kids looking at the Beatles. Oh my God, if we could just be blah blah blah, like whoever, Tom Petty or something. A young Tom Petty is watching the Beatles, and then give it 10, 15 years. Now he's a rock god, and so on and so forth. So we're next.
All right. Well, okay. So, but Zeppelin 2, I guess we haven't heard, like, did they become more original, or they're still rip-offs?
No, dude. I mean, Zeppelin 2 has, look at the writing credits of A Whole Lot of Love. I think there's 13 songwriters on it.
What?
Let me confirm that. I'm going to confirm that real quick, but I'm pretty sure that one got tore up because there's such direct,
is it the lyric? To me, it was always more the lyrics.
Of course, it's the lyrics because that's what happens. And this actually will bring us to a much deeper subject. But up until that point, you got to remember, in the 60s, this was the first time millions of dollars are being made from records. Mm-hmm. It's still a new thing. But before that, the tradition of music for centuries was you sing the song that you heard at the campfire or whatever it was, and you sing it, and you probably sing a few lines a little different, and multiply that over generations, the song changes. Yeah, that's the tradition of music. And now, once there was money being made, it's like, well, you can't do that. That's that guy's thing. So the copyright laws come into place. So I think the 60s was the first time where the copyright laws are in place, sometime in the mid-50s, I'm sure, when all the money is being made. Now you have guys hearing blues songs, like Robert Plant hearing an old Muddy Waters song. Then you're jamming, and you're just trying to open up that channel, and you get in that vibe, and you say a line from one of the things you've heard. Yeah. And in this case, those blues records weren't globally popular. These British kids got their hands on almost everything, something about the imports, and so they had them. So in this case, they win. Zeppelin wins because they're more popular. Yeah. And people now associate that's the source is Zeppelin. Well, when you look into it, it's like, no, they took directly from these blues songs. So when you hear people criticizing, say, Greta Van Fleet or Jailer or something for sounding like Zeppelin, that's just because that generation thinks Zeppelin was the original source. Right. Upon further investigation, not even fucking close. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, A Whole Lot of Love. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4 members of Zeppelin are listed, which is interesting in itself. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 additional songwriters have been added over the years of all these lawsuits, of the settlement of all these lawsuits.
Damn.
So it's 13.
There's 13.
So I had it right. So there is 13 songwriters on Whole Lot of Love. You got Willie Dixon, which is the most direct ripoff. Mm-hmm. I think that his song is "You Need Love" or something like that. But we got Arthur Big Boy Crudup.
Yeah, I know him.
You do?
Yeah.
Did I say last name right?
I don't know about Big Boy, but yeah, I've heard Arthur Crudup.
Crudup, okay. Yeah. We got Bernie Bestman. We got Buka White. Buka White. Doc Pomus. Gene Pitney. James Oden. John Lee Hooker, which we know. And get this last one. But Mort Schumann.
Oh, no.
There's no way that guy had anything to do with these songs. He must have fucking took the publishing from one of those blues guys back in the 50s, which is so common. Yeah. It's such a dirty business that the people didn't know about publishing. I mean, fucking I'm 30 and just finally really are starting to understand the importance of publishing. Yeah. Go ahead.
I remember what I was going to say. I was going to say, you were talking about copyright. I'm starting to think that copyright has ruined music.
Yep. You brought this point up to me a while ago, and I've thought a lot since.
It's going to accelerate the demise of music.
Yep.
Is what it's done, is because now you can't like what we were saying, the folk tradition, the blues tradition. You used to just be able to play the same chords and same melody and just slightly alter it, and there was no problem with it. Now we have to dig deeper and deeper and deeper to find melodies and somehow contrive some semblance of a melody that has never been done before, but it's getting harder and harder because there's a finite amount of notes.
Exactly.
We will eventually run out if we keep copywriting everything. And it's just going to accelerate because eventually the juice will not be worth the squeeze. There'll be no more original melodies left. And then what do? The whole thing's going to implode.
Yep. I agree. I've thought of this a lot since you've said that. And what happened was they turned music, this endless thing, this fluid thing that never was a solid thing, and they made it into a gold rush.
A product.
Yeah, they made it into a product. In the 1900s, it was a gold rush.
Yeah.
There's money to be made. This new technology, it's a byproduct of technology. Now performances can be recorded, which is totally new.
Yeah.
It used to be played around a campfire or whatever. Then it became theater and opera, and you'd go to the thing and see. And you've never heard it before.
Yeah, and you'll probably never hear it again.
No, and the only other way of jotting it down was writing music, like Beethoven or something, writing down. You're not even hearing it. You can't hear it. They write it down, and then you can give that to an orchestra somewhere else in the world, and then they could play it. And it's probably close to what it sounded like, but as humans, the classic game of telephone, it changes slightly human to human. So that was the only thing. And then technology allows you to record it, and now it flips it. It flips it completely to now where the main focus is listening to the record at home or on the radio or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then the live thing becomes the additional thing. I can't word that properly. But I think you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, the live show is just a way to. Well, it's kind of flipped back though.
Well, I know that, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying at that point when we're talking 40, like the early recordings from 30s to 50s.
Yeah,
it was now like those are the main things, and then you go see the person live.
Mm-hmm.
But the recordings took the main focus, the main industry.
Yeah,
making a lot of money, and of course it's natural. I don't think there's any sort of evilness. I mean, there certainly is, but it's just like, well, I made this song, and now I can make money off it. So if that guy starts doing my song, making money, like it's not fair.
Yeah,
And so it makes sense. But that decision to copyright music, which is basically taking a timeless thing and saying, boom, and I'm locking you in time.
Mm-hmm.
And by that, like you said, it's now you're just going to keep freezing these things until there's not much left, and it will take years to crumble. And we might be in that. I don't know. I did read a statistic that there is only a finite amount of melodies available to the Western music scale. It's only 12 notes. So there's actually a calculable amount of variations you could come up with.
Yeah.
Let alone the ones that sound good. That divides it even more so.
Yeah.
And it's just like a gold rush, and it just seems like all the good gold has been taken. And you're right. And the only way forward, it will kill it eventually. The only way forward is if they do like a mass release. Like a mass release of copyrights eventually in 100 years.
Well, doesn't that happen with copyright though? Because it doesn't last forever. I think it lasts like 100 years.
Is that it? And then it becomes common
domain
or something?
Goes back to the public domain. Unless there's like some crazy lawsuit to like renew it or something. I know that can happen.
Right.
But I don't think it's forever.
Interesting.
So eventually we'll start hearing 40s music again.
It'll come back, when it's available.
Yeah.
It just seems like, there was a finite amount that's pleasurable to the human ear, and the Beatles took most of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was left was scooped up by everyone else.
Yeah.
And now what we're left with is pretty much every hooky melody you hear, you can point to another song. At least at one point in that hook, if I spend enough time, I can go, oh, that's from this Oasis song or this Beatles song or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Again, I'm obviously your brain might be thinking of this too, but when you go to the country world, like a Hardy album or other buddy
Morgan
Wallen, thank you. You listen to these guys putting out double albums,
triple albums,
for fuck's sakes, and you're listening to it and you're like, these are good melodies.
Yeah.
Like they feel good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has their songs have a subject and it's clever and it all points to the chorus. They're so well written.
Yeah.
That's Nashville for you. And I've thought this, and I know you have too, while you're listening to it, you're like, there can't be this many good melodies left.
Yeah.
And evidently they have 30 new ones that they just dropped, and they're being written by the same Nashville writers.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? So is it an illusion that it seems endless, or are they there if you keep
I think
working?
Now you're right, that they are just cleverly reworking familiar memories.
And is that what it's tickling in your brain when you hear them? Is that what's making it pleasurable? It's almost like it's nostalgic disguised nostalgia.
Yeah.
You can't tell why that feels good to hear, but it does. And it's reminding you of when you first heard the Beatles and maybe you were on a pier and had ice cream when you were 6, and it's just unlocking all that.
Could be.
And you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I don't know how they... Yeah, it seems weird because it seems like they should be running out, but yet they just keep pumping.
I know.
Out.
But again, so this brings me to another point that you've brought up that we've discussed and I've thought lots about. You said, is there no more world songs? Like a song, there are big songs in the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
You can't deny that. But not everybody knows it like it used to be.
Right.
Like, and people will say that, where are all the big, like it hasn't really happened since the 90s. Where are all the big things? And is the internet a big part of it? It divided us all. Now things can be extremely successful, but yet still niche.
Mm-hmm.
Like your parents might not know, but everyone does.
Yeah.
And what was the last big song that everybody knows? We've had this discussion before. And I guess what I'm trying to loop this into is, are we seeing the result of when they copyrighted things, limiting songs? Now, that's why all those songs are from back then, because they scooped up the best gold. Or is it a byproduct of the internet and things are just divided and find their place because of the before? Well, now I'm saying this out loud. It might be more likely that, because before, everyone only had TV and the channels that were provided.
Yeah.
Ed Sullivan is going to play the hot band, whatever it is, and then 1-800-HOT BAND.
Yeah.
And then the radio is the only place you listen to music.
Yeah.
So everyone's hearing the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's got to be more what it is, as opposed to.
I think it's both. I think it's the good melodies were much easier to find back in the day, back in the 50s, 60s. But also, like think of like a guy like Bad Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever listened to him?
Never. Yeah.
Yet he's supposedly like the biggest artist in the world.
Right.
But that's like primarily in the Latino community, Latinx community. Yeah. So like, I think does seem to be more of that going on.
Yeah.
There's music being made in other countries.
Yeah.
Whereas before, the recording industry was primarily in America and England.
Yeah. Western.
Yeah. But now, like as music gets, the barrier to entry gets less, as technology gets easier to use for recording artists. These other countries, like Indian music, that's huge.
I mean,
and how many Indians are there?
Billions.
Yeah, well, at least a billion, I think.
Yeah,
and so that's going to dominate a huge portion of the charts.
Right.
Like if you look at worldwide charts, it's like these countries that, like North Americans don't really listen to that kind of music, but we're now the minority.
Right.
So like this music from other cultures is starting to come in.
Right.
And I don't really know where I was going with that.
Well, no,
but like
think about that
just like
for a month.
if you think about like, why songs aren't worldwide anymore, don't seem to be worldwide anymore. It's like, well, you have an artist like Bad Bunny who is apparently the biggest thing, but we've never even listened to him.
Yeah.
And he played the Super Bowl.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what was the last song to be worldwide?
Okay. Well, to me, I've said this is my example. I think the last huge song was Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. That's my example where I say that was a huge song. Everyone knows it. I think it was very worldwide.
Yep.
And that's the last one I can think of.
Fuck.
And it was big for a long time. Like a couple years it was big. Like it was stayed in the charts for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And it just hit at the exact right time. Like I think it got released in March 2020.
Yeah.
Right as COVID hit. And then everyone was like, and it's kind of a song about loneliness.
Yeah.
And like isolation. And it just was the perfect like
song for that.
Yeah. And it was also like, and the melody, like the chord progression was very nostalgic.
Yeah, very nostalgic.
It had that like 80s synth sound that was very nostalgic. Like that's just but again, you never know if you're biased or not.
Exactly.
But to me, I was just hearing that song everywhere.
Yeah,
like it wasn't
too.
just me.
I remember hearing I just got a memory of like an old chef I used to work with, like a super masculine dude, and I'm just coming into work and he's whistling it. Like it's not even playing.
Yeah.
He's just do 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 do.
It's just easy to whistle, Like,
and it pissed him off. So he's fuck. Like so it was, but again, worldwide, probably assume worldwide. That got everywhere.
I think he's pretty big in South America. The Weeknd.
Yeah, people loved that. People in Europe, I would imagine, loved that.
Yeah, because it's like techno-y.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But there's got to be big pop. I don't know if comparing pop song is the right one.
Well, pop is popular. Pop is the biggest genre.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I was going to, obviously she comes to mind.
But again, Taylor Swift really divides the room.
Yeah, divides the room.
Like,
yeah, a dad's not going to probably be whistling
like
a song.
There's really people who, especially after she like just became massive like in the last few years, like there's people who go, I hate Taylor Swift.
Right,
like,
just because of the fact that she's so huge.
She's so huge. Yeah. And then she like shut down Vancouver.
Right.
The Vancouver hotel industry when she went and played there.
So insane the amount of power you can have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole other topic.
But I don't think she has any like smash, like massive songs. Like she just has good songs that her fans adore.
Well, I don't know. I don't even know a song except the ones that were huge when we were in high school. And it's not like I was actively listening. Those were like, whatever that song is. The one I'm thinking.
Short. She wears short skirts. I wear t-shirts.
Yeah, that's a long title.
Yeah. I don't know what it's called.
Shake It Off.
Oh, Shake It. Oh, that's later. That's the thing. She's been around for like 25 years.
I know. It's wild to think how she's biggest now.
Yeah.
Because like we were in high school when that was out, and I was like, wow, this is huge. And
yeah. Yeah, she's had multiple like eras.
But I don't know
She should do a tour.
Eras? Yeah, smart. Yeah. Again, I still have to think about it, and I try to think. I've thought about it a lot, and I still don't even have examples written for it.
For like the
last
biggest
that's a solid
song.
point. The one that one you're thinking of.
Yeah.
I just because anything that's huge, still people don't know. It's still niche. It's niche with being, even though it's globally huge, it's somehow still niche.
Yeah.
What is one that your parents know, your grandparents know, and the kids know? That's like, I guess it's just hard to do that in the modern world.
Yeah.
With the internet, because I guess the internet shows you what you like. It's a reflection of what you're interested in. So, and not everybody is interested in the same thing. It's, yeah. What's the takeaway though?
The takeaway, well, I think we can't let the fact that it may or may not be harder than it used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, that can that can easily be a discouraging thought.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You'd be like, well, like you can get bitter about
Right.
that or resentful. Like, wow, fuck, it was way easier back in the day. Like these guys, like these fucking boomers, they had it so good. Like, that's an easy.
Yeah, and I don't believe that.
That's an
I don't
easy
believe
out.
it.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I really don't, because everyone of any generation could say that, and anyone who hasn't made it is gonna say something negative about why it's harder now.
It's all about how you look at it.
Yeah, it's all about how you look at it, and your level of success too. If we were successful now, we'd be like, "This is fucking money." We have Instagram, we blew up from it.
Yeah.
Fuck, imagine how hard it must have been back then. Like, to
Yeah.
not have something to share immediately and gain followers through your personality and speaking from the heart. Like, it's depending where you're at, you could look at it.
Okay, we're back. Take a bathroom break there. So what I was gonna say was, I rethought of this point. So, back to the copyright thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Because then you look at it from our perspective, like we want to be able to make a living making music, right? That's kind of the goal here.
That'd be nice.
So is that necessary? Because you look at the lives of musicians before that, like a musician was just like a bard who like played in a tavern on a lute and just did it for the love of the game. Like he wasn't making money.
Yeah.
And was that just the lives of, like, there was no rich musicians before copyright or before big, like, so is that necessary to make a living now? Like, is it only fair that someone who generates a lot of hit songs gets compensated for it?
Yeah.
Or what's the answer? Because I don't want the melodies to run out, but I also want it to be possible to make a living. But I'm not asking to be rich.
Right.
I mean, I've thought about it. It'd be nice.
Sure.
But I don't know if, from what I've heard, it's not all it's chalked up to be. But is it fair that someone like, a huge pop artist like Taylor Swift has, I don't know how much money she has, millions and millions of dollars though. Is that proportional to the amount of input that she gives the world? Or is that not fair?
They must think we're fucking just so stupid.
Like, what's
fail?
There's got to be some middle ground. I'm not trying to sound like a communist here, but
I would say specialty skills are generally rewarded in history. To what I know, is it commensurate with what you're putting out? That's the question. Like when the wealth becomes so huge, is it actually commensurate with the song, the joy you're giving the people?
Yeah,
that's a good question. I guess it is, because the money is coming from the people.
Yes.
So they are willing to say, "Here, thanks for the thing you do. Take my money."
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
But now that touring is the main, like live concerts, that is now the main source of income for artists. Do we need the strict copyright laws to still be there? Or
that's interesting.
But I guess you kind of the songs sell the concert, right?
Yeah, the song. Yeah,
so
exactly.
if you don't have the original song, someone just takes the same song. It's going to be who can perform it best. Yeah, that would be the competition.
Yeah. Well, that's always been the case. The song sells the tickets. Now it's more the content sells the tickets, which is another dangerous world. Where is the content dictating the art, which it seems to be. And it's still, I still believe. Now, what's happening right now? Do you know the band Dexter and the Moon Rocks?
No.
Okay, so they're one of the new part of the new Gen Z new grunge movement type thing.
Okay.
And they're the first one to have a real hit. It's been out for a month, and it's gotten 1 million streams per day.
Oh.
So the industry's freaking out. The song's called Freaking Out.
Okay.
No one's seen this yet. Just to put it in context, one of the biggest new grunge band, Return to Dust, their single Bored, which made it to number 1, it was at number 1 at rock radio before it hit 1 million streams.
Right.
So it was a little bit of payola, some industry work to get it to this great song on rock radio.
Yeah.
And if you look, it's still only at 1 million streams. So to put it in perspective, a song's been out 30 days and is over 30 million streams.
Wow.
It's like, and it's organic. It's just people are like the song and are sharing it, and other people are liking it. They went from, well, they were at a different level. They do have an indie record deal, a subsidiary, I think, of Big Loud Rock. So they're at a different level. So there might be some industry stuff happening, but the truth is, they were still a small band playing small clubs around America, and now it's like everything's sold out. They have to cancel shows because of security issues.
Wow.
It's just like
That's what you want.
That's what you want, yeah. And they're just like, we have it. Our song is in the top 100, and now I saw the most recent post. Our song is in the top 10 worldwide Spotify, and they're just like a small band. Not anymore, but so it can happen, and now people are. It's changed the game. It's the first real hit of this next. Like, people it's a rock song in the top 10. It's real guys playing instruments. It's really cool. It's a really good song.
I got to check it out.
Yeah, it's a great song. There's not much to it. Like, it's all vibe. The lyrics match the vibe. It's, kind of angsty, sort of cool lyrics. Sounds great, the voice. But again, like we were talking about, for me, when I hear it, I can tell you exactly what melodies it's alluding to, we'll say. Whether they know it or not, I don't think they do.
Yeah.
But the verse hook is very reminiscent of Foo Fighters. Everlong. That's what it's called, right? Yeah. Breathing out so I can breathe it in. Everlong. That one.
Yeah.
I think you might even say those lyrics, breathing out or something like that.
Oh.
And then the chorus hook changes. The melody changes slightly. But it ends with a da 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 da, which is like, 'cause I got you where you want me right now, which is similar to that Olivia Rodrigo song that came out a few years ago and got sued for sounding like a Paramore song from
Good For
20.
You.
Yeah, so it's using that at the end of the chorus hook. It's alluding to that, and I'm just like, but it's working. Like, it's a good song. I've been listening to it. It inspired me. The next song I wrote sounded an awful lot like it. So it's doing what good songs should do. Again, I can't remember how I was tying this in to what you asked before.
I don't know.
I guess more so the takeaway is it's possible still. And these guys are now making a living doing music.
Right.
And it happened organically.
Right.
Oh, again, thank you. Gods. This isn't based off a viral clip.
Right.
This isn't based off of they forged content to get attention and then the art is a byproduct of that. It's like the art is organically being spread, and now their Instagram, which doesn't even look great, is now blowing up.
Right.
So it is the old school way, and it's much better.
Yeah.
And the industry can't fathom it.
Right.
Because look how hard they've worked for bands and Return to Dust, and it was such a grind to get 1 million streams. Think of the money, man. It's like $100K plus to get your song at radio up there.
Yeah.
So it's a bold move, but they're on tour headlining, and so looks like it's working.
Yeah, it's like we've talked about. It's always better when the art is quality first, and the content is second.
Yep.
And the content is to promote the art.
Yep.
Not the other way around.
Yeah.
It's like you got to have the substance to back it.
Yeah.
It can't be like check our song out and then you check it out and it's just an empty void of a song. Like there's no substance to it.
We've seen lots of bands like that.
Yeah.
Look great on socials and the music's not there.
Yeah.
And now can both exist? Now, like, we were talking earlier about Dan and Garrett's project, Gang. It's essentially the whole thing is this branding image, and it's leaning into the cringe factor. It's very like inducive to social media. It's Dan's genius mind. Now, what's happening now is like the song that they did with Paul Meany is actually quite good. Like, so I think, can it work in this case where it's so obvious that it's a marketing gimmick, but you can't deny the song slaps.
Right.
So,
yeah, ideally you have both.
Right.
But all I'm saying is it's just the art has to be most important. It even just because that's just how it should be.
Of course, and I agree. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not agree. I'm just trying to. You
shouldn't want to be a musician because you want to go viral.
Yeah.
Like you have to do it for the love of the game first.
But you don't. Here, can I give you examples of it working and it giving life to millions of people who love the product, but the original idea was not for the love of making music. It was strictly for money.
Sure.
Gene Simmons, Kiss.
Okay.
He literally, on Rick Rubin's podcast, he asked him like, so what, back in the day, like, cause he's so business, Gene Simmons, right? He's always talking about money and business. And then he's like, at the earliest start, he's like, what were the reasons that got you into this in the first place? And he's just money.
Right.
Like he says it straight up.
Yeah.
And he's like, and chicks. Like, and wow, Rick Rubin's like amazing. Like he literally. Now I'm pushing back on that because when you hear him talk about the Beatles, you know he's a huge Beatles fan.
Right. And
you know that love goes deep. So it probably starts with the love of the Beatles.
It's got to come from somewhere.
Exactly. So which it does. But then when he was putting this thing together, it was all, how do we make money? How do we talk about, it's like Dan and Garrett's thing. It's like a shock value. Let's all wear makeup. We'll spit blood. We'll wear platform boots. Like,
yeah,
they literally paid people to come to their first showcase. They staged the whole thing and had a record label show up. But they found the hottest chicks they could, gave them T-shirts, paid them money to come see the show, and it worked.
Yeah.
So even with that as this core intention, it can work. And then what happens is you have a generation of kids who fucking grew up loving Kiss. Tom Morello, fucking Sebastian Bach from Skid Row. Like these guys worshipped Kiss. And it was a product.
Yeah. I mean, I never have gotten into Kiss.
I've never listened to them yet.
Yeah. So what's that tell you? It didn't last.
Does it stand the test of time?
Yeah. They're not, I don't think they're considered legends. They're considered like a phenomenon, but not really. They don't have that legendary status, I don't think.
Fuck. Let's think about that. Yeah, you might be right.
And what's their big song? Detroit Rock City?
I want to rock and roll all night.
Isn't that Detroit Rock City or something?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know their. I mean, after listening to that pod, I checked out their first album, and I could hear the Beatles, and it actually is good songs. Like it's all in there. So I don't know, but yeah, you're right. It's like you don't see. It does seem like a gimmick.
Yeah, it never called me in. The makeup, that didn't call me in, but maybe in a prior time that was more intriguing.
Yeah, never seen anything like that.
Yeah. But I guess what I really want to know is, was Beethoven rich?
No.
Was he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
He's deaf, right?
Yeah, he's deaf.
Yeah. So he can't be rich.
You can't be rich if you're deaf? I just want to know, like,
was specialty yes, the arts were rewarded even back then.
Right.
In the Renaissance period.
But not nearly to the extent that they are now.
I don't know. I don't know. I only know what movies tell me, and I don't know what life was like. Was the opera star fucking smashing fucking baddies and eating fucking chicken legs, dude?
Well, they were big.
Well, they were big, all right.
Yeah. Well,
like
big fat guys.
Yeah. But in the community, like, they must have been stars. he on the one on the stage, the man in the arena?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know.
I don't think. I know. I don't like it. I don't like the idea that like we're all like, we're all like scrounging around, and a few people get selected and lifted into this heaven.
Yeah.
This where now I have money and I get to make my art and
Yeah.
I'm good, and like we're all like, please lift me, and we're all like, I don't think that's good, man.
It seems disproportionate. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
It seems like there should be more of a
But again,
even spread.
but now that's just the society type. You could take music out of that and have the same conversation. Like it's completely what's the word?
Disproportionate.
Disproportionate. Thanks. Yeah. It's like that's just that life. Should the arts be put into that world? I don't know. Should anyone be put into that world? I seem to think so. When I really see a genius brain, I go, yeah, this person shouldn't be working at fucking, as a construction worker.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have something to offer that the rest of us need, which is like a Quentin Tarantino, like his eye for movies and cinema. Like we need that. I don't know why we need it, but we do need those stories.
Yeah.
It's it's.
And do you think the money helps the art though?
Oof. I mean, everyone's going to immediately say no.
Yeah. Because there's certain instances where, like, it's really hard to say. It's like it would make things easier. I mean, we're around here scrounging around in the dirt for money, the next paycheck to buy the gear that we need to keep this thing going.
Yeah.
So it would to a certain extent, but at the end of the day too, like you got to stay hungry.
Yeah.
Like, and if you're no longer hungry, then why do you want it?
Yeah. I know exactly. I don't know. What do you mean? Why do you want it? What does that mean? That means that you're originally like using this dream. Your art wasn't coming from just wanting to make the art. It was literally because you're hoping it would lift you from society. I mean, like, there's no way, man, that works.
Yeah, I guess. But also, okay, yeah, but then there's the fact that people become out of touch with the realities of life. Yeah. Like, if you're so rich,
I know.
You no longer
dude. I know.
are in touch with the people.
And that's what it feels like from a listener. And I harken back to Kings of Leon, like one of my favorite bands, biggest influences, top 5 big influences on my journey. Mm-hmm. And now I just can't even listen to what they've been putting out since 2016 because like I just can't relate to all I see is guys who have been millionaires for longer than they haven't.
Yeah.
And they just live a rich life with supermodel wives and golf. And I'm like, I can't get in. I don't know that. That's not speaking to me anymore. When youth and young manhood, the first, like I got that. That spoke to me.
Yeah.
So I do know what you're saying. You got to stay hungry. And actually, Seinfeld said this in a podcast recently. He's like, I think on Bill Maher, he's like, the reason the song, nobody gives a shit anymore about the songs when an artist gets old. He's like, the truth is you got to be really horny to write a great song. He specifically made that joke. He wasn't even joking.
Right.
But he's saying it's something to do with your drive, and you're like, you want that girl and you write the best song you could, or she broke your heart and you write the song, or you want to achieve greatness to hopefully attract the greatest mate you possibly could, and that's manifesting itself into you putting everything you can into your art.
Yeah.
Which is just a funny statement. You got to be really horny to write a great song. You know, is it true? I don't know. It seems to. Is that why it's, like Jimmy Iovine said, everything's a young man's game. That's why it seems most artists are the best in their youthful years. Most people would argue you have a prime and it passes. Again, I'm now realizing that, I think that might be a product in itself. The youth is your better art. I think it's because that's what the industry pushes, because in your 20s, you get taken advantage of. You don't know about publishing. You just don't understand it. So that's why it's got to be young. You got to be Do you want teenagers and people in their 20s who are broke and desperate? It's like, because no one in their 30s would sign a shit deal like that. You've learned. You're like, I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point.
That's a new one I've been thinking about,
Yeah.
because I'm like, well, people are writing great stuff in their 30s and 40s. I'm like, surely it can't be that only in your 20s you have this, you're tuned in most clearly and it fades away.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a combination of getting comfortable, losing drive, not being horny anymore, and the industry that's not what we push.
Right.
You know, I point to Audio Slave, and once I learned that Chris Cornell was 40 in that project, they all were late 30s and early 40s. Great songs.
Yeah.
Power.
Yeah.
Rock. Everything. You don't even think about their age. He's shirtless. He's fucking. You never even thought. Wait, these are just dads?
Yeah.
You wouldn't even think that.
Yeah.
So you still have that. The only guy who has never let me down or the world is Jack White. He just pumps out quality albums time and time again.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about this a lot because he's very political now.
Yeah.
He's very left-leaning, anti-Trump.
Yeah.
To the point where he just posts like all caps a rant to Trump. Hey, fucking like, and it's, as a fan, it sucks. I hate it.
Yeah.
But I've realized, this is his new horniness. This is why his No Name album was fucking fire, because he's fucking angry at the man. He's made money. He's got his wife. He's got his kids. He's not gonna. That's not his drive anymore. Now he's like, fuck, this guy's ruining the world. Fuck you. I'm gonna write. And he's made great art from it.
That's a good point.
That's why I think maybe people get political in their older age.
Could be.
Yeah. But you need inspiration.
You need some sort of inspiration.
You need some sort of inspiration.
Yeah. All right. Well,
let's call it.
Yeah, we did a long one there, but that was good.
That was good. We had nothing.
We got nowhere. We had nothing. We said a lot of stuff, but we got nowhere.
And that's life. That's fucking life.
Yeah.
Wait, no, here's the takeaway. And I wanted to tell you this to you, is when I just read Chris Cornell's biography recently, there's a part in it that I never, I've done my own research. So I've heard most of the things he's ever said. But this one I missed, where he said when he was 17, he was working in a kitchen, had his band, and he was thinking about his band all the time and going to work and back and forth. And he said out loud, it was a specific drive home. He remembers thinking, I might not ever make money at playing music. Like, he realized how rare the odds are. And he went, but like, I might just be my life might just consist in the service industry of minimum jobs. But he said right then and there, he made an oath where he said out loud, I'm going to be one of those guys who plays music till he dies, whether I'm successful or not. And that was like a pivotal moment where once he accepted that, things seemed to change. He met Matt Cameron. Like, the band started to form. Soundgarden started to form.
Right.
But he had to say that out loud. And when I heard that, I'm like, nah, I ain't doing it. I'm going to make this fucking work. I ain't working in kitchens the rest of my life. Minimum wage, man.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. And I fought it for weeks, and it was just stirring. And I couldn't say it out loud, dude. I literally couldn't accept that. And I was fighting it. And then a few weeks in, I remember I was walking back from the pool, and the moon was out, and it was just like, and I was actually realized I was happy with my life. I was happy with where I'm working. I'm okay with that. And us, working on this and then going back to work, like, and I finally said it out loud. I'm like, I'm going to do this till I die. And it's okay if it doesn't become successful.
Right. And
like, since then, it's been several weeks. I just haven't been that depressed or desperate for it. Like, obviously we still want to achieve. And last week we talked about, wanting the numbers to, like, if still, that doesn't mean stop putting effort into it.
Yeah.
But like, literally I was like, this might be it, man. This might be you forever. You might be a cook and you're playing your gig on the weekend in this town. Like, and that's okay, man.
I'm not there yet.
I know, but I'm saying, well, it's a new idea. But it took, like I said, I was fighting it for weeks to say it, even say it out loud. It was making my skin crawl. But I really feel free.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Because you definitely don't want to come from a place of desperation.
Yeah.
That's no good.
Yeah. So just think about that.
Okay.
Try it on, and I just gonna maybe it'll take you weeks or maybe never, but it's okay. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the takeaway for what I want to say to the folks.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, once again, if anyone's seen our scrims, please let us know in the comments. Actually, I want to work on. We're gonna work on getting a like a email thing going. I brought this up a few weeks ago, but we're gonna try and get people to write in, and then we can answer some of your questions, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that was a good app.
Yeah, absolutely.
Covered a lot, got nowhere, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, thanks for hanging.
Thanks for hanging. We love you guys. See you next week.